born into luxury, baptized in blood, and destined for deceit, the heir of betrayal. In the power universe, every king leaves behind two things: enemies and heirs. Tariq St. wasn't born in the gutter. He was born in the glow of penthouse lights, under the shadow of a legend. The son of Ghost, the man who turned street money into skyscrapers, blood into business, and betrayal into survival. But legacy is a double-edged sword, because what Ghost built, Tariq would one day burn, just to rebuild it his way. He's not a product of the streets, he's the evolution of them, the heir to a kingdom of lies, loyalty, and murder. Every lesson his father taught him became a weapon. Every secret became strategy. And when the time came, Tariq didn't inherit Ghost's throne, he took it. This is Backstory Uncovered. Tariq St. The Origin. Disclaimer: we're analyzing fictional characters and storylines from the Power universe for commentary and entertainment. Bloodline of a Kingpin. In the heart of the Soho neighborhood in Manhattan, New York. Before the murders, before the poison, there was privilege. Private schools, chauffeurs, and penthouse views over the same city. Ghost once ruled from the streets. Ghost wanted a legitimate life. Tariq wanted the truth. But truth in the St. family comes with casualties. When Tariq realized his father's business wasn't champagne and boardrooms, it was bullets and betrayal, admiration turned to rebellion. He didn't just want to follow Ghost. He wanted to surpass him. Kanan's classroom. Enter Kanan Stark, the man who became Tariq's unofficial godfather in the game. Kanan didn't teach lessons. He tested loyalty. He taught Tariq how to read weakness, move in silence, and survive without emotion. But when Kanan's cousin Jukebox threatened Tariq's life, Kanan killed her on the spot. That gunshot baptized Tariq in blood, the first lesson that love and loyalty never coexist in the streets. Ray and Raina. The first loss. His twin sister Raina died trying to save him. Her killer, Ray, thought Tariq was still a boy. But Tariq found him, faced him, and shot him dead. That trigger turned privilege into prophecy. Blood versus blood. Ghost lost forever. Ghost dreamed of going legit. Tariq dreamed of becoming Ghost. But between them stood the woman who changed everything, Angela Valdez. To Ghost, she was the escape, a glimpse of the clean life he always wanted. But to Tariq, she was the betrayal that broke their home. He watched his father choose Angela over Tasha, over his family, over the image of the perfect mom and dad household he once believed in. That affair tore the St. apart, their bond, their unity, their trust. In Tariq's eyes, Angela wasn't just his father's lover. She was the beginning of the end. Every time Ghost smiled with her, it felt like a knife through the family name. So when Ghost's lies finally came crashing down, Tariq didn't just pull the trigger on a man, he pulled it on the father who traded love for lust, family for fantasy. In that single moment inside Truth nightclub, the son didn't just kill Ghost, he killed the illusion of the father he thought he had. The law, the lies, and MacLean. After Ghost's death, Tasha St. Tariq's mother, was charged with murder. While Tariq was starting college, his mother was starting trial. It tore him in two. The student by day, the strategist by night. Enter MacLean, one of the most brilliant lawyers on the planet. Sharp-tongued, high-priced, and morally flexible. At first, he wanted nothing to do with a murder case tied to the St. but Tariq paid him handsomely, and soon, Davis saw the same potential Kanan once did. They became unlikely allies, lawyer and hustler, covering tracks, moving money, manipulating outcomes. Davis became the quiet hand behind Tariq's survival, helping him dodge bullets from both cops and cartels. Meanwhile, Tasha fought for her life in court. Accused of crimes her husband committed, and her son continued. After a long battle, she beat the charges. But freedom came with a price: witness protection. Now Tasha lives somewhere far from the city, hidden with her daughter Yasmin and her mother Estelle, cut off from the world she helped create. Her whereabouts are unknown, and there's one man who doesn't want her to stay hidden: TommyEgan. Tommy still hunts her down for framing him for Ghost's murder and for the death of Lakeisha Grant, the woman he loved. To this day, Tasha's ghost still haunts the living, from student to dealer. The campus empire. College was supposed to be a fresh start, a clean slate, but ghosts don't disappear, they multiply. Tariq needed money for Davis and his mother's defense, and the fastest way was the oldest one: the game. He went from student to dealer overnight, turning education into enterprise. Braden Weston became his Tommy, loyal, wild, unpredictable. Together, they launched Course Correct, a digital front that turned study sessions into distribution. Monet Tejada became his Rock, cold, commanding, and 2 steps ahead. She showed him how to rule through fear and finesse. Khan wanted to kill him. Diana wanted to love him. Monet wanted to own him. Tariq played them all and walked away with power. But betrayal came from the same hands that helped him rise. The Weston family, Braden's own blood, ran a Ponzi scheme that stole Tariq's inheritance, the money Ghost left behind. Braden stood by him, proving that loyalty sometimes lives where blood doesn't. Love, loss, and control. Lauren Baldwin was his light, the reflection of who he could have been. Effie Morales was his shadow, the reminder of what he'd become. And Diana Tejada was his complication, a love that came with bloodlines and consequences. One night with Diana led to a pregnancy she hid from everyone. Effie's jealousy led to Lauren's disappearance. And through it all, Tariq's heart hardened into stone. Every woman represented a choice. Lauren was the life he lost. Effie was the game he chose. Diana was the future he might never see. Noma's blackmail and the threat of exposure. Then came Noma, the Diamond Queen with federal reach. She discovered everything. Tariq's network, the Tejada pipeline, Braden's operation, and the money trail. She didn't ask to join. She demanded obedience. Threat of exposure. She threatened to expose their entire drug ring to the feds if they didn't cooperate. To avoid prosecution, Tariq, Braden, and the Tejadas were blackmailed into her service. It wasn't partnership, it was extortion. Every move they made, every dollar they touched, belonged to Noma. It was a forced alliance built on fear, and the price for failure was prison or death. But Tariq learned fast. When you can't escape the system, outsmart it. He played Noma like she played him, smiling in her face while plotting her downfall. Final countdown. The end of rivals. In the final war for control, Tariq faced everyone at once: Monet, Noma, and Detective Carter, the corrupt cop who thought he could cage him. By the end, the student became the teacher. Monet was killed. Noma was killed. Carter was arrested. Every threat erased. Every rival gone. The Tejada family scattered. Drew walked away from the game, chasing an art fellowship in Paris. Diana stepped up, determined to rule her mother's empire. Kane, wounded and on the run, found himself nursed back to life by Effie. 2 survivors bound by survival itself. With his mother hidden in witness protection and the chessboard cleared, Tariq stood alone, free but colder than ever. He told Tasha she could never return to New York. Not out of hate, but out of protection. Some kings build empires for love. Others build them because love got them killed. The price of power. Every empire is born from vision, but it survives on blood. Ghost built the blueprint, the clubs, the connections, the code. He gave Tariq the name, the discipline, the hunger, and in return, Tariq gave the streets a new kind of king. Now, with every rival buried and every lesson carved into his soul, Tariq stands where Ghost once ruled, higher, colder, unrepentant. He isn't running from his father's legacy. He's perfecting it. From penthouse meetings to back alley deals, from classroom intellect to courtroom manipulation, he's become the balance of Ghost 2.0. Brains and brutality in one suit. Ghost gave him everything, the empire, the ambition, the curse. And Tariq became the living proof that no matter how far you rise, power always demands a sacrifice. This was Backstory Uncovered, Tariq St. Patrick, The Origin. A story of privilege, power, and poisoned loyalty. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button and subscribe. Smash the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos and more Power Universe breakdowns. New episodes air every Friday. Who should we cover next? Drop all your picks and suggestions in the comments. Unique, Tasha, Kane, or Monet?